Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
What you say to me, all I know is that I've got to be free from the things you do. It will all come back to you. Break stride, sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks. Hope y'all are doing good. I have to adjust my mic. I don't think I did a mic check before I actually, decided to go live. You are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. I hope y'all are fine tonight. I'm willing to bet. I'm willing to bet on that, man. Let me, heads 4, tails is fucking this. All right, let me bet on this. Y'all doing fine tonight. Okay, let's see. Oh, fuck, yeah. I didn't call it. I was saying heads. So I was right. I gotta call it first. But I meant to say heads. No joke. I did mean to say heads. Because nothing but head. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Drink to that. Anyways, again, you are watching or listening or whatever to Midnight Rum with Michael. If you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/MeltLick Original. Where not only you can watch this happen live, you can talk in the chat. You won't show up because I don't trust that. But you will also... You can change how the show goes. You can see this happen unedited. Although, minimally edited, what is there to really do? I'm not even on that sauce, man. I'm not even deep on that sauce. I just came in guns a-blazing. I feel like the ring light's a little bit too much, but I gotta find the right distance. I'm on that self-aware shit right now. I know what I'm doing. I'm not really, though. So, actually, let me lower this a little bit. So, again, watch this live. You can change how it goes, change how the conversation goes, change how the episode goes, but also you can watch this. You can watch the after show, which is just basically stuff stream afterwards while I edit it and upload the podcast for as long as I want to, because sometimes it is late for me. And yeah, I'm going to try to do a longer one than this one. But that's enough of that. But if you miss this, if you miss the 2 weeks that these VODs are up on Twitch, or just even the stream itself, you can always watch the edited episodes on YouTube and on Spotify. You can watch on those platforms as well. But on Spotify, more specifically, you can listen to the radio show, which is basically when I used to do this as a clean radio show. And it also includes some music I played on those episodes, which, as I'm reflecting on each episode more and more and more, some of the ones I did were definitely not supposed to be clean music. And thinking about it deep too, and I might have already talked about this before, but in the playlist, I feel like I definitely played explicit music unintentionally, because the way that we receive some of the discs or some of the reviews or whatever, it's kind of hard to tell. And plus, when you're listening to an artist and you're not paying attention fully to the lyrics, you're listening to the whole composition itself, it's really hard to tell when they swear or unless if it's blatant, you know? Or plus, like, is it one that's, enough to call it explicit? Because saying ass won't get you much or something like that. But just dropping an F-bomb, yeah, of course. Or saying damn. It's weird in I Write Sins Not Tragedies that the censored part of I Chime In, haven't you people ever heard of closing the damn door? It's God, but not damn. Just keep that in mind. I don't know, not to see like, oh, religion. No. Think about that. That's interesting. I don't know. I hate Brendan Urie. I hate what I don't hate Panic at the Disco. I hate what Panic at the Disco became. It's like saying that for the Beatles. Like you can't really hate the Beatles, but you can hate what the Beatles became because of the fallout and stuff between the bandmates, and I'm just gonna say it, John deserved it. In a bad way. Hate to say it, but anyhow. But I mentioned on this recent episode 33 of the radio show, some point, I'm not going to say when I mentioned it, but I mentioned a story about my car. I talked about a story about my car. But I also mentioned that I was going to tell a story here, synergy. So I was going to talk a story about wrestling. And the story that I really wanted to talk about with that, and I have something about my car that I actually want to talk about because shit, something recently happened. A recent development happened that I'm just like, not in a bad way, but, well, yes, but also, like, what do you do? So, okay, I have the note, okay. So, when I was wrestling in high school, and we had cheerleaders for the wrestling team. Like, a lot of the winter sport, I'd say, like, the cheerleaders for the wrestling team had it freaking easy because unlike every other cheerleading squad or team for, like, whatever individual sport, they got to sit on pillows. Like, every other one, was standing the entire game. They cannot sit down. They basically can't, drink or anything. They had to be standing. But not the wrestling ones. They got to sit like mat side. They got to watch us get our asses kicked or kick ass. Like, But I think in trade-off for that, they had to give us treats. They had to get us treats because we had to starve ourselves. And I guess that's their appreciation. But also they were very, very sweet. They're good ladies. They're good gals. I haven't really kept up with many of them that were in my at least 2 years in high school wrestling. I kind of know where some of them are and where some of them at, but it's like I don't really keep up with them. But when I left, and I think, and it kind of depended on the week who, because the cheerleaders could also pick who they gave treats out to, and it also depended as well who was wrestling in the varsity lineup, or sometimes JV. It's really weird. So you didn't really have a set one, although unless if you were in it for like years and years and years and you were in the varsity, and whatever with them, they could choose. They could choose who they want. But it's also like you kind of get assigned to in a mean way, which is like kind of sucks for them because they have to pay to be, on the team more or less. I don't know. It's weird. I hope they got like compensated for that at least a little bit. You know, because I bet for some of them it had to come out of their wallets, or maybe parents' wallets. Who knows? But the ones that did mine, if they were, there were two of them that were in my grade, maybe three. I think there were two. Well, I think there were three. I'd have to honestly look. I'm not going to pull it up, and I don't really care to right now. Both of them stopped doing it the same year that I did. Which one of them, like, I was very tight with, and I'm not going to say her name. She was pretty cool, and I was good friends with her boyfriend. But she was a cheerleader. We were both band choir kids, and so we just had like that, that bond there. And we also had a similar, the same private instructor for a myriad of years. I mean, I did have a crush on her, but I kind of got over it when my friend and her started dating. I was a little bit mad, but then once they started dating, I'm like, I get it. I'm going to back off. That's totally fine. Left it there. Although I wish her well. Honestly, I really do. I really, really do. I know she went abroad to like Korea or Japan a couple years, but I think she's back though. But shout out, hey, cheers, man. Cheers. Yeah. But if you want to listen to the other story that I talk about my car, or factoid about my car, go listen to episode 33 rewind of Midnight Ramen, the radio show. So yeah, there's that. Okay. But also speaking about my car, development that happened just recently. I was driving to work on Tuesday, and it was cold. It's gonna be a freaking cold week, but I was driving there. I was basically almost there. I was like on the premises, but not fully. But I was just driving along at normal speeds, and I hit a bump, just a normal bump, and I hear like a sheet of ripping paper, more or less. And it turns out I had a crack in my windshield, from a rock, and I don't know when that showed up. And it just like spread. So I'm like, fuck, what do I do? So I have to figure that out. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. And it's at the bottom of, like, I don't know what he can do. It's also like extremely cold, so like I don't know. And I don't know if I could like go to like say Safelite and like get that filled in and like repaired. They might be able to get it done, but like I don't want to have them like fully replace it, because like that's probably like a 200 plus repair. Like I don't mind having to do that if that's the case, but it's also fucking cold outside. It's so cold on Friday. While like the southern half of the US is in like basically a winter storm advisory, freeze advisory, whatever, polar vortex, that something that hasn't been seen since like basically since 2021, like that level of oh fuck cold. Like, meanwhile up here it's going to be so cold that the trees are at risk of exploding. I think a lot of people learned that factoid today that it's possible, kind of like a soda can. If you leave a can of pop, or like a can of soda pop, out in the cold, it can explode if it's too cold, because it expands, which also kind of doesn't. The carbonation of it, the gas, I don't know, like kind of compresses, so like it doesn't take much for it to explode. I don't know. Should know the whole science of it, but like the explanation for it's like, oh, the contents of the can is expanding. No, that would have to be if it's heating up. When it's cooling down, the contents of the can would be condensing. So what I think that if I'm thinking correct, the actual science is that the case itself, the can or the container, is shrinking too much for the contents to be able to contain, even if it was not solid. Or if it was a liquid. That's the science. But like, of course, if you leave, like, say, a car in a garage in this weather, it's going to be fine. Probably. But basically on Friday, and I told my coworkers, like, hey, guys, stay late, but also make sure you set time out during the day to make sure you run your cars for a little bit. It's going to be so cold. And like, we do have like an on-site like number to call in case of our car doesn't start up, but it's like, hey, let's not try to use that. But also it's like, might as well just make sure your car is warm, or at least make an attempt. Like, I remember when I was working at the TV station, I never had any problems, because that's the winter that it really happened. Wasn't 21? Yeah. Wait, no, it was, I think it was 5 years ago. Hold on. Give me a minute. I think it might have been 5 years ago. Let's see if I can figure this out. Temp. I actually make sure that I don't, like, not interested. I can't remember exactly when, because it says Carver's. No, was it in? Was it four? It had to be 4 years ago. Okay, yeah, give me a minute. It was like 4 years ago. Oh wait, you know what? I could check the. Oh wait. Oh wait, I could literally check. Hold on, I can actually check. Going to just the Twin Cities. When was it? Oh my god, I can't read that shit. Let's check. I think it was 2022. Monthly, daily weather observation, weather data. When? Oh yeah, it was 2022, because he had the maximum. Okay, no, it wasn't 22. It was 21. Well, what year was it that was freezing cold? Was it 21 or 22? I can't fucking remember. Huh. Average. Okay, average. Negative 23. Minimum 14. I mean, that doesn't look. Yeah, that doesn't sound right. So it had to have been in 2021. Right? Well, okay, then it was 2022. I'm literally spitballing. I can't remember what year it was, because it wasn't 2020, because that was warm. That was a warm year. So it had to have been 22. So, yeah, because there was a whole stretch of time during that year that it was so freaking cold. And luckily, I didn't have to do anything in terms of like. The only time I really got at risk of missing work for weather conditions was because one time someone like I didn't have time to get out, or like the roads weren't plowed or something like that. I can't remember exactly. And then the other time, some jackass that was, in the park, like parked in our like little parking area for my apartment building, they basically got themselves stuck. Like I could easily have got myself out of there, but because they weren't able to get out, I was basically stuck and probably going to be late. And I told the people like, hey, I'm going to be late. And I was basically sprinting there. I just remember having to get to, like, I got there like 30 minutes before show. I remember getting the script, running graphics for that one. It was fucking wild. I was like basically like an hour late unintentionally because I went on an adventure because the bus took me to the wrong stop, and then it was so fucked up that I could have seen, but I didn't because I was stupid. Yeah, that was not a fun experience. I basically got to the point where I was like experiencing frostbite. It was so bad. Like I could barely feel my fingers. Like I could not get any interaction with my phone. It was that nasty. It was starting to turn, I think. It was that bad. Yeah. But it sucked really bad. But yeah, I think Friday's going to be really, it's going to be nasty, but like, you know what? I hope at work that they actually make sure that the temperature, like they have the I don't want to say AC, but the heater running, because it's always cold in the back. In the back area where basically we are and whatever. And it sucks. It sucks. Like some people are like wearing jackets. Like I'm definitely gonna be wearing like winter underwear under my pants, and probably bring a separate pair of pants just to like be warmer. Because like I don't know. I don't know, man. It's gonna be so bad. They just don't. They don't care. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep because there's an anecdote I could talk about that system. Whoo boy, and yeah, I really don't want to get into that. Yeah. Yeah, the coldness of the Miller Lite is starting to wear off. You know, this actually makes me want to. This makes me crave for a peanut butter stout. It kind of tastes like cereal. Like I'm not a huge beer guy. I'm really not. I think my main is a Carrot Beef. I'm gonna drink a Carrot Beef. It's my go-to. But as long as it's nice and cold, I kind of don't care. But like, shit, dog, a tall Miller Lite that's ice cold, that's good. I think you're bacon. I kind of haven't haven't seen him most of the day. So, oops. It is what it is. I was gone. I'll explain that in a second, but yeah. What else has been going on? Yeah, it's just been so cold. Like, I don't know. I just it's just too cold for this. But it's not the coldest it's ever been. I definitely do feel like no, yeah, it was okay, the it was definitely winter of 22 because I was living yes, cuz I was the one paying the heating bill. Wait, no. Yes. Yeah, I'm double outing myself because I knew it was like the year I was like on my own in the apartment. That yes, it had to have been that year. That winter. The summer was incredibly hot and then the winter was fucking cold. Oh man. I don't know which was worse. Actually, like I also remember during that time too intentionally taking showers to be warm. Taking long hot showers to get warm. Yeah, I do remember doing that. Um, yeah, I do remember doing exactly that. I think I did definitely warm up my like living room area that I had. It was incredibly small, but and like try to watch YouTube videos cuz what I did when I was living on my own is I had like a Google thing and I just basically casted like Google TV to it so I watch like Twitch streams or YouTube. It was mainly YouTube or like Hulu or Netflix. I would usually do that. Watch quite a few shows. I remember when it was even like loading in and stuff like that or just the early days. I think the first couple shows that I kind of watched, MODOK on Hulu was one. That had like Patton Oswalt as MODOK. That was all right. Not the worst show, honestly, but I think it was definitely underrated. It was very like Robot Chicken esque, but it was also like its own thing in terms of like Marvel content. Separate from Marvel, the MCU stuff. I didn't find it wasn't that bad, but it wasn't groundbreaking either. Breaking Bad. Breaking Bad was another one, but that one I just didn't because I was sweating my balls off, and also it's Breaking Bad. Some of the stuff I didn't want people like I had to have my window open so I could get some air in, and I didn't want people being able to see one me and two some of the things that happen on Breaking Bad because yeah. Not to say that like, oh, it's the context. No. It's definitely like one of those shows that like, just you get it at the right moment. It's just, mm. But it's such a good show. I haven't watched Better Call Saul or Pluribus. I heard both of those. Excuse me. I heard both of those are supposed to be good. But Better Call Saul is a lot more of a slow burn. Well, Pluribus is also a slow burn, but it's like, yeah. Tried getting back into the Fallout second season, but with my girlfriend earlier, and the TV just didn't want to play it for some reason. We got like halfway through, like more than halfway through the episode, and the first episode, and it just said, I'm not gonna do it. It's like, bruh, seriously? So, yeah. But speaking of my girlfriend, she also got me a couple of packs of Magic. I opened there. And the latest set. So we're gonna do the last opening of Avatar, but she also gave me some magic packs, 5 packs of Lore Win Eclipse, because it's coming out technically on Friday. I didn't do pre-release because I checked it and they said they were all out at the store that I wanted to go to. And the other stores, not to say anything bad about the stores that I go to, either the player base is incredibly sweaty or that their play spaces are hella small. So, no. No. So I just didn't do it. But I did get a box of collector boosters that I got online because one of my coworkers is like, "Oh, you should do that." And I got it for less than MSRP. I got it for like $300 with shipping, I think, which is incredibly cheap. Like, at least, like, where I think this will probably end up eventually is like probably around $320, around, maybe a bit more. But like, this is a good set, so I don't know. But I got it for below, and that's a good thing. But we got 3 packs of Avatar that we're going to open. And also, I'm going to be opening this on a stream later today. I'm going to do 2 streams today. Well, if you're watching this, I'm doing 2 streams today. So I'm going to open this on a separate thing. But back to the Avatar packs. I think Avatar was a fun set and had a lot of good land mechanics. I don't know if I would say it was the best one of last year. I think probably it's a neck and neck between that and Final Fantasy in terms of like Universes Beyond. I think of the main ones, I would go with I would definitely say Edge of Eternities, because Edge of Eternities had a lot of good land stuff, had a good mechanics, had a lot of good interaction, a lot of good synergies, things that can just be replicated again and again and again in other ways in different sets, and had good synergies with other mechanics. Incredible set. Okay, so without further ado, let's open up these last 3 packs. And hopefully we can get a freaking incredible mythic or god pull somewhere. So we got Voggy Swamp Vinebender, Deserted Disciple, Deadly Precision, Lost Days, Water Tribe Captain, Badger Mole, Not the Cub, Cycle of Renewal, Sokka's Haiku, Professor Zay, Flopsy, and Diligent Zookeeper for the rare. Ooh, redirect lightning. Heck yeah, brother. Now that's good. And it's an alt art. Alright, that's actually pretty sick. Hell yeah, brother. Foil is a Kyoshi Warriors and a full art swamp within the sewers of Ba Sing Se, or the Earth Kingdom. That's... Yeah, I don't know why they have I don't know. Crap, that pack died stupidly. Pack 2, we got Fire Nation Raiders, Callous Inspector, Lost Days, Airbending Lesson, Badger Mole again, Barrels of Blasting Jelly, Cycle of Renewal, Crashing Waves, Fire Nation Attacks, Shared Roots, Roots. We got Zhao, the Moonslayer. And, Fated Firepower. This one's a mythic. It's an enchantment. 3 red and X. It's got flash and enters with X fire counters on it. If a source you control were to deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent with control deals that much damage plus an amount of damage equal to the number of fire counters on this enchantment instead. So that would be good in a red proliferate deck. And then the foil is a Flopsy from the other pack. Okay, that was pretty sick. Okay, that was a good pull. It's honestly 2 for 2. 2 for 2 because the redirect lightning is, I think, a good hit, especially the alt art. All right, let's see if we can go 3 for 3. We got Watery Grasp, John's Deserters, Wallop Sentries, Firebending Lesson, Hug Monkey, Cat Owl, How to Start a Riot, Master Pine Dow, Uncle Iroh, The Cave of Two Lovers, two gay lovers, Azula on the Hunt, and then we got Aang, Swift Savior, for the rare. It's the flip one, or a flip one. It's a red and a blue. I mean, a white and a blue. What are we talking about? One white and a blue. It's got flash flying. It's a 2/3. And when it enters, airbend up to one other target creature or spell, and then you can waterbend 8 to transform Aang, and it becomes Aang and La, Ocean's Fury. Basically, it's mid. It's not that great. Whenever Aang and La attack, put +1/+1 counter on each tapped creature you control. It's all right. And then Rebellious Captives for the foil, and a full art island for the land. That's pretty cool. 2 for 3. 2 for 3. Which isn't too bad. But what I got from the 5 Lorwyn packs, you're not going to believe this shit. You're not going to believe this. So I got the Springleaf Drum, which crazy that they reprinted Springleaf Drum into standard. I got a Racist. Just kidding. But it's the Flip Burgid. It's really, 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 really good. Or I don't know. But it flips to become a Gaia's Cradle, basically. More or less. Not a Gaia's Cradle. Yeah, Gaia's Cradle. And I got a Chronicle of Victory. I opened this one in the first pack, and I was so, like... When I saw this card, I read the flavored text, and I kind of legit started crying a little bit. Because the image of the card itself is of Lorwyn during... like a mural of Lorwyn during the invasion of the Phyrexians. And the flavor text says, "For those we lost, that they may live forever." Wait, no. "For those we lost, that they may forever live." Tapestry inscription. And it's just like, it's so nice, even though it's definitely by the elves. Well, it shows the unification of Lorwyn, and especially with the elves, who are extremely bad with that. Lorwyn / Shadowmoor, they're extremely, especially on Lorwyn, they're fucking they're actually racist. But it's just so cool. The art in this is just so amazing. I love it. And I think the same pack, I got the Butthole. I got the Butthole card. Or show hole. The Rimfire Torque. I got the Butthole. And then my girlfriend opened one pack, and the foil of it was the Mutable Explorer, which is absurd because it creates a Mutavault. Which, like, hell yeah. And then another one of the packs, I basically got Bitter Blossom on a stick. So that's awesome. So 2 mythics and decent stuff. Just overall, I love that one. That was a very good pack opening. Pack openings I had today. And usually, not a lot of the time. Normally, me and my girlfriend have dates on Tuesdays, but today was a little bit more special, or a little bit more just like, hey, we should do something, because she's heading to a show with her friend in, fuck, it was in Pittsburgh or Philadelphia, same fucking area, man. Same fucking area. I think it was Philly, but it could be Pittsburgh. I did not pay attention. Shit, whatever. But what was it? What was it? It starts with a P. Anyway, so we hung out today, as well as, our normal day we do Tuesdays, and yeah, that's opened those packs early, literally a couple hours ago. So that was pretty sick. And yeah, and I think she's also trying to get back into to gym, or getting back at the gym. She recently also just started. I think she became a Planet Fitness member as well. Member for Planet Fitness. You can't say that. That's misogynistic. My lips are so fucking chapped. It feels so dry. As a brass player, I shouldn't. Do I even have like a chapstick or something? Holy shit, I almost took out my drawer. I do have a chapstick. Crazy. I usually don't have chapstick. This is a good shit too. Oh, it's peppermint. That's why. Oh, it's that good shit. Good shit. Yeah, I should be using it more, but oops. Even when I was more like playing my instruments, like on the daily playing my instruments, my lips were always freaking chapped in the winter. Like, there was maybe one or two winters that I didn't really have to do it, but every single one I was like peeling. Like, you can kind of see it, like the split in the middle of my lip. It's really bad on my right side, or my left. But yeah, it's, oh man. I hate that. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I got a notification that bacon food is on the way. That's good. Because I'm getting low. But yeah. I'm trying to think if there's anything in particular I want to get on. I just noticed that I didn't put the sign on. I do know why. Because I need to change the batteries in them, because I didn't have any good batteries. So that's why my sign for me is not on. I just remembered that. I didn't have time or remember to do it. Maybe I'll do it in the after show. Probably not. I'll probably take a little second break to even to change and do some stuff. It's probably what I'll end up doing. So, in the after show, though. Only in the after show. Just thinking out loud. Like Ed Sheeran. That one song. No, Shape of You. That's what it is. But no, I had a thought, and I feel like I've done this before. Probably taking a beer. Probably won't do it right now. Probably won't do it tonight. But taking a beer and some grape soda. Ooh, that shit goes tough. That shit's tough. It's like, oh, that's just wine. No, 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 no. No. Yes, no. No, though. It's different. It's different, see? It's a beer with grape soda. It's like a carbonated wine, but not really. But it's better, and it tastes better. Maybe. I don't know. Probably the like a carbonated wine would probably be smoother than uh beer and grape soda, but because I feel like I definitely have done that before. I combo those two together. I did a lot of weird like mini combos when I was living in the apartment. I mainly what I would do is what was it? It would be my usual drink would be like a kind of, I would use ice. If I tried to, I could, but get like a Baja Blast. I think it was like a Malibu and something else, and basically mix them all together, and basically create like a tropical drink. Because I was totally into that shit. I get like a huge red mug, and it might have like old clips of it, like a huge mug the size of my face, basically. And let me get to one side, like this big, like gas station haha funny mug kind of container, and I would just go to town on that thing. Not like I would be like, I know what's going on here, but I would definitely be in the be drunk. But it was good shit. It was very good shit. I haven't done it in a while. That's probably why I think I'm a very big margarita guy. Just tropical fruity drinks like that. That's my taste. Is stuff like that. Like tropical, those kinds of ones. But doesn't mean that I wouldn't do like a rum and coke or something like that. I just haven't really done it. I could really. There is low hanging fruit I could really go after, especially what's going on in my lovely lovely state of Minnesota currently. I don't want to be a negative Nancy, and especially there's a lot of bad stuff going on in the world. And I don't want to. This is not a place for it. And like, I was thinking about that at the gym the other day. It's like I should. And thinking about it even more too, I have definitely like done or like talked about like politics or that kind of hot topic before. I just don't like doing it because it's just like, man, what if like in the future it becomes like, oh, and then like Stan fan. It's also like politics bore me a little bit, but it's just like, man, stupid minutia shit. You wish that people would be better to each other. That's not, yeah, at least a little bit better to each other instead of being incredibly mean and selfish and discriminatory to each other. But it is what it is. And what you think, you're kind of more or less squared away. Something else happens, and then another group is under the bus for something, even though they had nothing to do with it, or it's just a bad actor. And yeah, man, just a lot of stuff. It's like, maybe this is repeating wrong bits of history we shouldn't be repeating, or this is probably something we probably shouldn't be doing here and there. That old chestnut. And it's like, man, I really don't want to comment on that other than that. But, I don't think it's to the point where it's like, say, well, especially like in like, say, the Fallout show, and this is kind of a spoiler, kind of not a spoiler. They're they're throughout, like when it goes to the past, like 200 years in the past, it's very like, oh, we know the world is going to, like, the bombs are going to drop, but nobody knows when exactly, but it's going to be very bad when it does. And it's just like everyone knows that it is going to happen. Whereas I feel like here it's not as certain. There is a good outcome to everything, but just like, man, people are so head ass with their own agendas and ideas and secret agendas, and I don't know. It's just like, can't we just, talk it out, be nice, be cool, and be chill? Like, Jesus Christ. Like, that, like, go after wrongdoers when we know they're doing wrong, and we can find out that they are in fact doing wrong, and don't, like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm siding for this side, which I'm not. I'm not going to side for one side or the other on here. Like, I have my own opinions. I know people have their own other opinions. And I just, I don't really want to get into the whole minutia and debating and politicking over things that are just like, what are you going to do? I'm going to drink. Excuse me. I'm definitely going to try to stay up a little bit longer than this because I know my girlfriend has a flight. The flight that she has to take is like they have to leave home at like 4 o'clock. So I'm going to try to stay up a little bit longer than I normally do in the after show. That is the main goal. I'm going to try. Oh, I was up at like 6 a.m., a little after. So yeah. Oh gosh. Excuse me. Kind of went down the wrong pipe a little bit, but that was good. Gosh darn, I don't know what about that sip. It was incredible. I gotta tell you, that was nice. That was very smooth. Miller Lite right there. Tell you what. Although I haven't really drank, was it Bud? I haven't drank a Budweiser in a long time. Was it Budweiser that did that weird campaign that people really hated? Or was it? No, I think it was Budweiser. I think. Yeah, people were like adamant about it too. I think that's kind of nullified. And the Minnesota area has been like a bush country. So like, at least down in the cities, it's bush country. So I can't really say to that. See, like, because when I went to college, there was like I don't know if it was a processing plant or a milling plant or whatever for Budweiser, Anheuser-Busch or whatever the fuck. But it was there. I don't even know if it was active. Man, that now makes me think about the top floor of Nelson. I don't know if it's even there anymore. I kind of want to check, but I also don't know if Google Maps has like new information, because like if it did get taken down, it's probably already gone. But also it's like, But also, I think that would be the last building to go because they renovated those rooms kind of during COVID. And the one behind it, which I can't remember for the life of me, I feel like that one needs to go first because that building actually sucks. Actively sucks. It was so bad. I can't name anyone from that dorm. Actually, I know like two people from it. They're married. I hope they're doing fine. Hey, Ash. That may or may not be their name. Just saying that. Um, um, but they were. I was just lost my train of thought. I'm like, I kind of forgot what their name is. But I think they were in that one. Maybe. Actually, if that's true, no, I don't think that's true. Maybe it could be right though. I really can't name anyone from that building. I don't even remember what the name of the building was. It sucks so bad. Like I know there was Blard, which is now gone, or Ballard Hall, which is now gone. I don't know what they put in place of it. But Doll Hall, the Doll House, you had Snar, the like three separate Snars, North Snar, South Snar, East Snar, West Snar. I don't fucking know Snar. Old McSnarner had a farm. I don't fucking know. Uh, Gosh, what was the one that was attached to the Nelson? Rick. It started with an H. I could look this up. I also don't want to look it up. You know what? I'm going to have it on my second tab. I am going to look it up, but like, y'all ain't going to see it. All right. I do want to actually check it though, because I don't recall. Where the hell am I in this map? Oh, okay. Let me actually check. 'Cause I think. Oh, it's Grantham. Grantham. Yeah, that's not there anymore. Yeah. Okay, there's East Snar, South Snar, and then there's just Snar, I guess. No, West Snar. Wait, there's East Snar. I know people from Snar. I can't remember their Murray Hall's not really an actual. Yeah, it's a department. Doesn't count. You're not a dorm. Yeah, Grantham was attached to Nelson. Ooh, I still love going to the top of Nelson. I don't know if they're gonna take it down anytime soon, but like, goddamn, I love that one so much. Holmquist. Oh my god, I don't know anyone from that fucking building, but that one deserves to go down fast because that one fucking sucked. I can't tell you anyone from that one, and the walk from that one. Oh my god, no, fuck that. Like if they take out Nelson, I hope they take out Holmquist in the process. That's hilarious. That would be extremely hilarious. And then there's like Newmeyer Hall, which doesn't count because that's like kind of college dorm apartments, which doesn't really count. I actually do wonder what happened, what's in place of the Ballard Hall. Because like currently the map that it shows is nothing. But yeah. Man. And I think oh my god, I have to check with my old bosses. I do actually I'm probably going to send out an email to them today. I have something for them. Yeah. It actually reminds me of like old music. Because sometimes when I'm like in the hallways or just like in the event spaces, and I'm listening to the background music, sometimes I hear the BGM or the background music that I heard when I used to work there. It takes me back. It really does. What's one? I can't remember the exact song that it's called. What was it? Giddy up, I know what you meant. Oh, High Horse. It's like, Your high horse. Like that's one that came on quite a bit. It's like a like something like that. I can't remember the exact because I can't even know. I don't remember the lyrics for that other one. It's a different song. That's the high horse one. But man, it's like those songs take me back because I remember just like working the spot. And there's a specific song, and I have talked about this when I was like doing the radio shows, both radio shows. I think I even talk about it in one of the later episodes of Midnight Ramen, the radio show. That there's this one particular song. It's by Art Deco. ARTD Echo. Shit, what's it called? It's pissing me off. Nobody's Home. I heard that song way too many times. It would come on every single fucking time that it was there from the automation system. It sucked. I hated it. And it was like on time every time. It would always happen. Like here, nobody's home. Nobody's home. Oh my god, I kind of hate it, but it's also like it wasn't a bad song. It would just be on every single time that it was there. Yeah. But I feel like I've definitely went a bit too long. So if you want to listen to this or watch this happen live, you can go to twitch.tv/Mental Original, where not only you can watch this happen live, but you can listen and edit and change how the show goes by being in the chat. Give me topics, whatever. Change how the show goes, but also watch this happen unedited, blah, 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 blah. And the after show, which happens immediately after this, once this is done. Oh, thank God I got the recording going. But once it's gone. The 2 weeks, blah, 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 on Twitch. YouTube and Spotify are the places that you can watch the edited episodes of this. All of them are on YouTube since episode 100 on Spotify. And the radio show is also on Spotify. I just put out episode 33, which has a companion talking piece that I already talked about very early on in the episode today. And vice versa. There's a thing that I talk about here that I don't talk about there. And yeah. Yeah, I think that's everything for that. Thank you to Grains for the use of their song Used to It off of the call. I haven't seen Darian's penis. I haven't seen John's penis. I feel like I have seen Ford's penis. I don't know how. I don't know why. But if I were to see any of their penises, the main three ones, the drummer keeps changing. Sorry, Tom. They actually started out with a different drummer than this guy, than Tom here, who's not in the band anymore, I think. They got a different drummer. He's pretty cool. They actually started out, their first time performing, I'm in the video, like I already, like totally different drummer. I think actually Tom might be the drummer in that one, but they had a different drummer, main drummer. But then, yeah, whatever. It's whatever. And yeah. But I don't know for what reason. I thought, again, another like in my car thought, I know I haven't seen Darian or John's penis. Because like, why the fuck would I? But if I were to have seen any of their penises, just offhandedly, even, it would be Ford's penis. It really would. Just by accident. It would probably be by accident. Just like, oh, I'm going to the bathroom. Ooh. Yeah. But no, they're cool guys. I get it. I think last time I really talked to them, they were talking about wanting to do a D&D thing, which would be fun. And like I've had ideas for them to do a D&D campaign for a little bit. Just a couple thoughts here and there. Would be fun to run one with them. Really would be, actually. Have a good like weave in stuff for the band and like plot points that kind of coincides with their music, which would be fun, I guess. And yeah, that's all I got. See ya. Just kidding. Thank you guys for watching, do what you're doing, all that other stuff. But as I look at the time, it's not midnight here anymore, but it is midnight somewhere else. I'm looking at my girlfriend. I know she just tried to mimic that entire thing I just said. So, until it becomes midnight here once again, I will see you later. But until then, bye-bye. And so, see ya.